Clarkson against Oladipo. Over Sabonis. The Pacers pull it in. Turner's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The drive by Che. It's good from the top of the key. He's got 13.
I like his demeanor right now, too. Che letting his game do the talking. He's pouring it in right now.
Pass to Love. Poked loose. It's stolen by Oladipo. It's been all about Che for Indiana. He put together quite a quarter. 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. We'll return. Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Henson. Love comes in for Larry Nance. Clarkson, he's checked in for Jetty Osman. And it's Garland in for Matthew Dellavedova. On the court for Cleveland, Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. The duo inside, Love and Thompson. And it's Clarkson in at the small forward.
Get out some milk. He loves you. The cat with this. Oh, baby, goodness. That's a cat, Kai. Oh, goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Let go, little bro.
Booty boy. Booty boy.
Alright, get down.
No doubt that Victor Oladipo is a guy that this franchise is leaning on, so showing some leadership here.
Clarkson with the ball. Now guarded by Che. Good D by Che. The Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to Chicago.
Bro, Oladipo, what are you
A great three-point shooting team for many years. The Cavs took a massive step.
What?
No.
Do that, baby.
Archie, bro, you gotta be the trash 2K player ever.
baby,
You are the trashest 2K player ever, Archie. You're trash, bro.
Seven seconds left in the second quarter.
Stump him. I want to see what he's gonna do.
1 second left. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Indiana looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next.
Look, what I do is.
Thanks very much, Kevin. How do you guys get back in this game after the first half?
Thanks, Josh. I mean, we're getting good ones. We just, I don't know what it is. We had a day off. We got our legs under us in the second half, come out, go on a big run like we usually do, and we'll be fine.
We'll see how it goes. Thanks a lot, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. Folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter.
Wait a minute, tell me I was on the game. What are you talking about? Those are mine,
well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to...
I see what you did, nigga.
First of all, I got those from the
I got those from no, you didn't. I am so tired of this.
What?
No.
These are mine.
Whatever.
No.
Nigga, who you thought this was? I mean, nobody
I don't even know why you.
I don't even know why you talking, bro. I'm telling you,
Get
got my
out of the
mouth
cat
shut.
face, man.
If you don't want first, just hit me up, man.
Go sit down.
And he makes the first.
I got him one half,
Clarkson
and then
is interesting
we
for
down
him.
by
He's not
20.
really a point guard and not really a shooting guard, so trying to find ways to stay in the game and stay aggressive and do whatever's asked of him to earn minutes.
Another shot.
Bro,
No good
how
on
am
the way.
I?
So no problem for Indiana as they get the lead.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game.
Why you letting him score?
Be so pumped up.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
I'm bad.
Brett Berry, Anthony.
Great win, fellas. Great win. Good game. Good game.
I need to
getting
start,
close
bro.
to
I'm
the
not
cat.
starting.
I'm trying
Good
to
game
show
out there,
you.
fellas.
Huh?
I'm gonna start being tough.
Smelly cat.
What are you talking about? I don't need your height.
Who wants the chicken?
Me.
Come
Me,
here, Kylo.
me.
Back up! Please, no more. Cat, go downstairs. I'm too scared. You don't keep getting too close to the cat.
No,
I'm not hungry. We are done with your brain stimulation activities for today. Head to your room. Get up. Come on. Come on, Mouse. Come on. Come on, Mouse. Let's go.
It is smiling to catch you. Nothing more. I don't want no more.
Oh.
Shut up right there. I'm gonna take my mama.
You said to them.
I need
In
to
terms
be
of shooting, I know a lot of people were talking about different shot meter options.
you
And whatnot. I
kidding?
know this is something that you really like in the game this year. What kind of examples of shot meters can you show?
Are you
with the fans?
kidding?
So you can have it by the hands, which is the default meter, and
Are
you
you
can have different
kidding?
green light animations. Okay.
about
So
that?
when you hit a perfect shot, basically, you can
Are you
have
kidding?
a little water effect, which is the splash. You can have a paint splat effect,
Okay.
or you can have a little quick flash, which is actually my favorite. It's nice and slow. And then if you actually like the shot meter by your feet, a lot of people like this from NBA 2K17. It's very similar, it just fills left to right. And same three options, you can have the splash or the splat flash. Well, my personal favorite, you turn the shot meter off. And if you do that, you actually get a boost.
You beat them up.
What do you mean when did you start my career?
Are you kidding?
That smells like paint pains, and I heard. It smells like what?
Hey, there's a guy looking for
Are you
it. How you
kidding?
feeling, Shay? You ready to get this W?
You acting weird?
Oh my
Yeah, run
God.
up again. Run up again.
What's up? Just tell me.
Okay. It's your clothes. They're a problem. You're a star.
The buildings of Indianapolis are locations tonight framed against the beautiful nighttime sky. Welcome to this. And they'll have some minutes to make up. D.A. Jake. A lot of optimism. Thanks, D.A. Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. Knight and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Felicia in at the 5 spot. And for Indiana.
Beat you up.
James checked in for T.J. McConnell. Chris, we're getting into a new season, but already we're seeing teams hit that injury bug early on.
Yeah, Kevin, don't you just hate to see it? So hopefully those guys come
I
back
do.
healthy. And, man, you hate seeing that, but I tell you what, again, injuries can
Pass the
always
ball out, bro.
also have a positive effect. If you get that injured player back, let's just think you get to give guys time. They didn't get that much time before, so they're getting kind of 2 seasons within one. The playoffs come, you get that healthy player back, and by the way, you have a guy that you developed off the bench, and now you have a deeper team, a little more depth.
Come on, bro. Pass the ball.
Will bring it up for Indiana.
This ball is not like the
7-point
play.
differential. Coming
I'm
into
just
this having
playing
lost
that.
to win against Cleveland in their last game.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
They just looked a step quicker all game long. They knew they had an advantage on offense.
The Pacers making a change here. McDermott's checked in. And Chicago also making a switch. Young's checked in. 6 to shoot. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Lowry Markkanen.
And you look at stars, not that many went to all 4 years of college. Don't tell that to Che.
Leaf checked in for the Pacers. Malcolm Brogdon comes in for Victor Oladipo. Then for the Bulls, Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. Satoransky comes in for Levine, and Chris Dunn subbed in for White. Markkanen passes to Young. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a
Ollie!
That one good for
Biggest
two.
fan, bro.
And boy, have they come
I don't
out
care.
strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Markkanen finds Young. And it's sent back by Turner. And he gets it back. Young's shot is off.
nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against him. That's just great work inside. And the Bulls last year, Kevin, had a lot of holes in their team. They struggled on offense as well as defense, and their lack of outside shooting is one of their bigger issues.
See, Webb, the Bulls last year, bottom two offense in the league.
Yeah, only slightly better than the Knicks. I mean, you know, Kevin, these heard they had 22 different players last year. But overall, this team has a lot of work to do on the offensive end to improve.
Well, so many people were worried about Chris Dunn's offense after his rookie year, but you know what, Greg? He's turned it around.
And gone from struggling to hit 40% of his shots to shooting better from the floor. Still a strong defender, and he's...
Don't walk away with that pump. Don't do it.
That dude is a troll.
Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Felicia's checked in for Markkanen. Porter comes in for Young. Levine's checked in for Satoransky. And it's White in for Chris Dunn. And Levine, here we go. Sweet little floater. Levine's got 11 points.
And playing with a lot of fire now. They had a tough start in that first quarter. Didn't shoot well. Didn't let that discourage them. And now they're showing what they can do offensively.
Shea is out there with Oladipo. Then it's Sabonis. Then there's Murray. And it's Warren in at the power forward position. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Here's White. Passes to Felicio. Nice D from Sabonis.
The D making that layup look very uncomfortable for him. Good aggressive work down low.
Steps back and fires. Oladipo, the pass to Sabonis. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Chicago Bulls continue to be a team in rebuild mode. They traded for Otto Porter at the deadline last season, and that seemed like a turning point. Lessen the logjam in the front court, and his versatile game fit well with some of the young players. Now that they've added rookie Kobe White with other moves this summer, fans are eager to see this young team take the next step. Kevin?
And David, they've got some pieces too. Thank you. And both free throws good for Che. Bulls have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. And there's the pass to Felicio. Down low. And that one's good by Porter. Porter's got the lead up to 2 now for the Bulls.
Well, Jim Boylan, he won the Chicago head coaching job after his interim stint. The fans were unsure of the hire, but the front office believes in him moving forward.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Levine against Oladipo. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Domantas Sabonis. Coming off a terrific season. 7th in field goal percentage, and he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
And you know, back to his tremendous efficiency shooting last season, top 10 in the league. His dead-eye shooting creates so many opportunities for that offense. And for Boylan, Chris, he's been a bit demanding on his roster.
Yeah, Kevin, it's going to be tough. He's tasked with molding this young Bulls core. I mean, the front office wanted a hard-nosed coach. They believe they found their guy with Boylan's approach.
Shoots from 12.
We get it.
Sabonis grabs the ball.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Shea outside. Again, Shea missing. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Bulls. This game against Indiana, the first time they've met this year.
Two division rivals facing off tonight. They'll see one another 4 times this season.
Toughness and energy on the boards. An easy putback to show for.
From deep three-point range. Another miss by Jay.
He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter. Settling for shots. He'd be better off passing.
And White kicks to Levine. And there's the defensive 3-second call. Bulls have been perfect at the line so far. It's 2 for 2. And it shows.
I'll get my VCs over there. Be quiet.
And here is Brogdon. Over Markkanen. That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Brogdon.
And that's definitely a shot that he...
And so it's Zach Levine making things happen for Chicago. He got in double digits for the quarter with 10.
Gotta pick up the intensity on the team. Step slow tonight. Yes, coach. We got time.
We got good.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team. He's young. He's checked in for Felicio.
It was community.
Pacers trail by 16.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Chicago.
Now, the one thing that jumps out in this game is the free throw shooting, which they did a much better job at.
Absolutely. A big plus. And oftentimes your performance at the line can be the difference in a game. And I think tonight we saw that.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Zach Levine.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
So for Chicago right now, Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Inside, it's Young and Markkanen. And it's White in at the 1 spot. Pass to Levine. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep. And he'll shoot 2 at the line.
Shooting for Chicago.
No good on that one. And he's good on the second.
I think you were 20 for that video, bro.
Here's Arcidiacono. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was...
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
Look how they got it bad.
That'll do it for now. Weber and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA. Presented by 2K Sports. See you later.
Look good out there. Hey, let me get a picture. High five. Come on.
Where you put mine? Oh, look. Get him.
What are you doing, man?
Really tough blow to the team here with this one, Hornet. It looks like this injury is going to keep him sidelined for a significant amount of time. Yeah, definitely a setback for sure, but that's why the coach.
You ain't nobody going.
I don't know. Get your Elizabeth. Sit down.
Yeah.
My turn.
Jay, get in here. I got some fun stuff for you today. It's time to figure out some shoes. Ooh. Oh, I like that face you're making. You like what I'm saying.
I love what you're saying.
So we got to figure out who deserves to be in business with you, because as far as I'm concerned, it's a privilege.
That's what's up, yeah.
Yeah, so just let me know who you want to approach, and we can make it happen.
Just like that?
Yeah, I can get you in the room with anybody. Who do you want to go to? Consider it done. Great choice, by the way.
Hey, I appreciate you, man.
I'll let you know when it's time to take the next step.
All right, cool. See you.
See ya.
Jump, 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 jump. Jump a little bit. Jump. Hey, two, jump a little bit.
First, second, third, fourth.
Ah! No fighting. Hi, get up, because clearly you own him.
Hey, two, jump a little bit. Jump a little bit. Jump, jump, jump.
Monkey, jump, jump, little monkey.
Stop jumping up. Okay. No more.
Got more?
No more.
Got me? No more. Dang! I just touched it so.
Oh, that's bad.
What's the jumping in? Hey, I'm not like it. Two.
I'm not like
Two
it.
little monkey jumping.
Jump, jump, little monkey, jump, jump, jump.
Five in monkey jumping.
One fell off and broke his nose.
No, if you jump again, you gonna get a
No, not jumping.
flip-flop jumping off your butt.
Stop.
That was a horrible choke.
No, don't jump.
What about some of the new dribbling systems? You mentioned having dual stick dribbling.
Yeah.
What tips can you give to some newcomers to 2K as well as some of the hardcore players?
Yeah, well, I think what we wanted to do with the dribbling system this year is make it so that anybody could pick up the sticks and be successful early on. You can kind of get by with just the left stick. You can get simple like stops and snatch backs by just throwing the stick. But yeah, once you get kind of used to the way your player moves, and there's 27 different dribble styles, you're going to want to try to start to move more of your moves to the right sticks. That's where all the kind of the flashier ball handling moves are. If you want to do the twin legs move, it's that kind of down left angle. If you want to do it behind the back, it's just straight down. And these are all kind of like you just chain them together by flicking the stick left and right.
I should knock you out. The whole time it was over her, you ain't gonna say nothing?
This is Hack and the Hornet.
Stop, she's looking up. Looking up.
Who
jumps? Who jumps, Tania, come get a whooping.
A beautiful look at downtown Charlotte, North Carolina, the Queen City, where we're coming to you today. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. And tonight, we've got the Charlotte Hornets playing it. A moment now to see. DA, it's all yours.
Well, Victor Oladipo has a huge task and a long road in front of him making his way back from that knee injury. But you talk to his teammates, and they rave about his mental makeup. They say he's an incredible person, great to be around, the most positive guy they've ever played with. So, Kevin, if anyone can come back from this, he can.
You better believe it. Outstanding, David. Thank you. And early in the season, Clark, rotations getting settled. How important do you think it is to have players who really embrace their roles on that team?
I think it's a combination of accepting and embracing your roles, really relishing what it is you're to do and to star in what your particular role is, and finding that out oftentimes is a work in progress even throughout the season.
And probably managing maybe some disappointment if you aren't in the role you thought you were going to be in.
Well said. Exactly right.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Oladipo is the 2 with Warren playing small forward. Sabonis and Turner up front. And it's Holiday in at the point. And for the Hornets, Batum and Williams at the forward spots. Rozier and Monk, they're the backcourt. And it's Zeller in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. No one near Rozier as he lets it fly. His three-pointer's off the mark. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Indiana Pacers, getting their first look of the season at this Hornets team.
And looking back to last season, they won this season series as you'd expect.
Yeah, there's a reason they were a playoff team. I mean, they beat the teams they were supposed to. We'll see if they can do it again tonight.
And I'm not really sure that's the time for the fadeaway, but he sure.
Changes here for the Hornets. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Zeller. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist comes in for Williams. And it's Bridges in for Terry Rozier. Leaf checked in for Indiana. Shea comes in for Aaron Holiday. The drive by Shea. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Monk.
He is never going to pass up a chance to attack. I mean, that's Shea's mindset and mentality. Use movement to put the defense in a tough spot.
And the Hornets making a change here. Bacon's checked in. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for the Pacers.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
To the middle. And finish off by Hernan Gomez.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one.
Well, guys, I'm glad they didn't try because I don't want anybody to get hurt out there.
It's blocked. And stolen by Jay. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Well, I think that's what you want to see. I mean, Shea not settling for a spot-up jumper, but driving the ball and scoring on the move.
Here's Bacon. Guarded by Oladipo. Here's Monk. Great touch on the 16-footer.
Yeah, you know, I like watching Monk stroke it from the mid-range. We know he's got deep range, but that mid-range makes him hard to guard.
Step back shot, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Shea's got 5.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall.
Monk, the pass to Kidd-Gilchrist. There's 47 seconds left to play here in the first. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Off on the lane.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
And the foul called on Shea. That is his first foul of the game. Biombo, he's checked in for the Hornets. Then for the Pacers, Jeremy Lamb's checked in for Sabonis. And Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for Victor Oladipo. There's Bacon. And it goes down 2 points.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
The drive by Che. Lead passes to McDermott. Here's the 3. And Che gets it to go on the assist by McDermott. He's got 8.
When that pass is right in Che's shooting pocket, he's not going to waste any time rising up for the J.
Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And so it's Indiana with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've played the better game so far, but their work is far from over. We've got more NBA basketball. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Pacers so far, guys.
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Yeah, I like the way they forced a ton of turnovers and then took advantage.
Poked away. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Charlotte's had to wait a bit the last few years. Now, the city hosted the All-Star game last season, but for the Hornets, they've gone 3 seasons without a playoff appearance and 15 seasons without winning a playoff series. In that time, the franchise has had 7 head coaches and a shifting front office. But Buzz City is hoping that its wait for playoff relevance will end soon. Kevin?
We all are. David, thank you. To the left wing, on its way from Monk for 2. And again, the Hornets missing. Pacers leading by 10.
And a finalist for Coach of the Year in 2019. Nate McMillan passing 600 wins last season.
Well, you think about that. That's an impressive milestone for an outstanding coach in Nate McMillan. He moved into the top 25 all-time in wins. He's had 2 other stops as a head coach, Portland and Seattle, and I think he's doing some of his best work with the Pacers.
But they'll get another chance. They grab their own miss. Sabonis with the bucket.
Oh, I love the aggressive nature with which Sabonis offensive rebounds. He hustles, he's got great energy, but he's also pretty skilled, and you saw all of that right there.
Now Williams, a 23-point game for him in the win against Golden State. Here's Bacon, guarded by Oladipo. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. 5 to shoot. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. A nice shot by Che. Che's got 11 points.
Excellent hustle by Che, getting out on the break. Not waiting for a second, immediately took off down the court.
Here's the pass to Bridges. Here's Bacon, guarded by Oladipo. Back to Bridges. 5 on the clock. From 12 feet out. Here's Hernan Gomez, and it's sent back by Turner.
Oh, these arms of Turner just go on forever. I mean, which is part of the reason he's able to rack up the block shots that he does.
Shea outside. It's tipped, and so it's Indiana enjoying a 12-point lead.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Shea, you have been disruptive in the first half. A lot of steals for you. What has been the key for you at that end of the floor?
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Shea really making a difference.
What a welcome surprise that first half. Went above and beyond his usual scoring output.
Well, you know what? They've given him an increased role tonight, and he's taken full advantage of it.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And so in the game for the Pacers, Sabonis and Turner up front. Oladipo is the 2 with Warren playing small forward. And it's Holiday in at the point. Mark, there are a lot of great playmakers in this NBA that sometimes we don't talk about or under the radar.
Yeah, there are. Again, there's so many outstanding players in the league of 30 teams. But, you know, Drew Holiday has been outstanding as a big...
Changes here for the Hornets. Kid Gilchrist, he's checked in for Batum. And it's Bridges in for Monk. McDermott's checked in for Indiana. Shea comes in for Aaron Holiday. Rozier. Sabonis grabs the board. Sabonis has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Shea outside. Fires high post. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Bridges has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Knocked loose and stolen by Shea. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Hornets with the rebound.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Here's Rozier. This one for three. And no good in the last second attempt this time. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. It's the Pacers just dominating this one. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. Head coach Nate McMillan is mic'd up along the sidelines. Let's check it out.
Okay, good patience on your spacing, getting it out, and attacking. Everybody is rebounding. We limit the team to 1 rebound and we push. All right?
GA clearly showing confidence in his defense and his team's transition game.
And the game is more fast-paced nowadays, which is why coaches constantly stress.
So you stop touching me, bro.
Once they get the rebound.
You don't gotta touch me every time.
So that's the Hornets 5. Shot clock at 2, and he gets the bucket. And that's 13 points for Che.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
I tell you what, any team will take that. I mean, if you're shooting over 50%, it means you're getting the kind of looks you want on offense, and you're being smart about it, and you're knocking down the good shots that you get.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Really starting to attack on the interior here, showing a much more physical presence here in the second half.
And the Hornets making a change here. Biombo's checked in Indiana with a change here too. Justin Holiday's checked in for Doug McDermott. Here's Washington. It's Martin on the wing. Shoots. Sabonis grabs the board. Indiana's gone 6 of 14 with the 3-ball tonight. Just a little over 40%.
Why would they make me?
Guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
Graham, the pass to Bacon. He kicks to Graham. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Che. From beyond the arc, Sabonis, the pass to Che. Sabonis inside, and it's blocked, and he recovers it. Oladipo dishes to Che.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Not his best moment. Obviously, no one on their team's happy right now, but you shouldn't be taking that frustration out on your opponent with a poor foul.
Give me the ball,
up on the changes now for Indiana. Leaf comes in for Domantas Sabonis, and Murray subbed in for Victor Oladipo.
Excellent timing by Biombo, and an impressive vertical, too. He's a good shot blocker because of that.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
The first one falls.
When you watch the Hornets play, you can expect a very controlled game.
Yeah, you know, they don't push too much and make silly mistakes. Fantastic when it comes to minimizing turnovers, controlling the pace. They've been one of the best teams at keeping turnovers down since 2014.
Looking to end his cold spell. Bitadze, the pass to Che. Tries again. That's Biyombo with the rebound. Biyombo's got 5 rebounds tonight. To the paint. Here's Washington. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
You know, passes like that go a long way. Terrific teamwork.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Pacers.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode.
What I'm missing, and that's a bad
They
shot.
haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Martin, the pass to Bacon. A three-pointer off the mark. Indiana's gone 6 of 14 with the 3-ball tonight, just a little over 40%. To the inside, Bitadze with the bucket. Bitadze's got his first bucket of the night.
Shea making it look so easy, dropping that nice room service dime there.
Here's Graham, covered by Che. They get a hand on it. Hand stolen by Che. Pass to Bitadze. Good, and the assist goes to Che. Bitadze's got 4 points in the quarter.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Biyombo, the pass to Bacon. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Indiana.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And Greg, we know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Che.
Boy, he was absolutely relentless at the offensive end, guys. Smelled blood and went for it.
Graham, the pass to Martin. Puts one up from 19. They get it back.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
And great instincts, too, guys, anticipating where the miss was going.
Here's Bitadze. Buries it from about 10 feet away.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows the kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Graham surveying the floor. Pass to Washington. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's good. 2 points.
If you allow him to get that close, you deserve to get scored on.
On the wing, Che. There's the 3. And here is Graham. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Nice win for your team, Jay. You were the catalyst with all your scoring. Was that the game plan tonight?
Nah, DA, that's just leadership. I can see that my team needed me to be a big part of the offense tonight. So I just stepped up my game and delivered whenever I could. And it's all about doing your part to secure the W, you know?
Starring in your role, and you did that tonight. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you.
Che, talk about your defense a little. What helped you lead the team in steals tonight?
Winning the turnover battle is huge, Patty, so I'm always trying to get my hands on the ball. And in general, I think my defensive awareness is getting better too. So I'm able to see the ball, see my man, and read the offense at a high level.
Great, thanks, Che.
All good. Ted, you're the man.
Shut up, niggas. Y'all wanna get a whipping? Alright then, shut up. No, I'm playing. Y'all don't get whipping, okay? Huh? Put your shoes on? No. Because I'm sleepy. Yeah. You gotta put your shoes on?
How's it
Ask
sit
God to
down?
get me.
Love it. So I want you to meet Don, the rep from Nike.
Big fan of yours, Jay. It's really great to meet you.
Oh, thanks, man. I'm excited to be here with you.
I think it's safe to say we're all excited about potentially working together.
Absolutely.
So what do you say we just jump right in and start talking contract?
Yeah, let's do it. Works for me.
Let's do it.
Where y'all going? Y'all going to drop off?
painless, right?
For you, maybe, but I gotta justify this number to my boss.
Doc, that's no way to treat your new star.
Oh, you know I'm just playing with you, right? Nothing but love over here. Seriously, Che, we are really excited to bring you into the Nike family, and we think this partnership has got a great future.
Thanks, Don. I appreciate that.
First of all, I'd like to thank all of you for joining us today. Whenever you get an athlete of Che's caliber to join your team, that is reason to celebrate. And the Nike team is thrilled to have him on board. All right, I know you all want to talk to him, so we'll get right to it and toss it to Che for questions.
Ted the man, what's up?
Congrats on the new deal. So what's it mean to sign a deal like that at this stage of your career?
You know, Ted, it's pretty awesome. You know, growing up. Okay, I'll take another question. Vinny, what's up?
Now that you got all that shoe deal money, you planning on splurging a little?
Oh, I'm gonna splurge a little.
Well, what are you gonna...
All right, we got time for one more question.
I mean, that's the goal, yeah? I believe it.
All right, that's all the time we have questions for.
You don't eat them bologna? I can dig with my pick. I can dig out here, dig with my bit.
LSK, how you doing, man? I'm glad to have you on 2K team. First time, this is your debut.
This is my debut. How gameplay felt for you? It's smooth. I like the shooting. It didn't feel like too easy, almost. Like I feel like there's gonna be a skill gap this year.
Want some pop?
Oh my God, it's amazing. The whole My Player builder is incredible. I don't have to be just a lockdown defender anymore. I can have 3-point, I can have defense, I can have playmaking. You can test your build at 99 to see if that's something that you actually want to do, and that's like...
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. We'll be back in just a moment.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us. Tonight we'll see the Washington Wizards as they go up against the Indiana Pacers at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. For Indiana, this is a team they played pretty well against last season, going 3-1. They'll look to keep that edge tonight. And guys, we'll see Che, who signed a shoe deal before ever playing in a game. Shaq, that's become a growing trend.
Every rookie seems to get a shoe contract just for waking up. You should have to earn it. These executives just throwing money around now, Ernie. I'm so jealous.
Man, I wish I was around. I wish I was born now. And this was my rookie year. You know, this would be incredible because I'd get 3 shoe deals. I'd be the only guy.
See the shoes I'm wearing?
What are they?
They were given to me.
Is that the EJS's?
But you can't fault Shea. You can't fault Shea for having it, even though Ernie has the deal too.
Came to my house in 1989.
Wow.
I call these E-Chays.
Oh,
E-Chay.
Onto something.
I call them ugly.
What?
Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you with us on this Wednesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. And tonight, it'll be the Indiana Pacers going up against the Washington Wizards. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
And guys, some background on Che, the rare high-profile prospect that stayed in college for 4 years. He told me he doesn't regret the decision, even if it hurt his draft stock. He says he has no regrets. He feels he's in a great situation. Guys?
David, thanks for that report. You're right. Not that many top players stay all 4 years.
You know, Draymond Green and Jimmy Butler come to mind. I could see Che having that kind of impact as he builds out the rest of his game.
And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You look at the Bucks. They're moving on up. 4th spot in the rankings this time around.
You know, right now for the Pacers, they have just done a magnificent job of building chemistry. Higher on this list than many people expected. One of the great stories thus far.
So a look at the starters for the Wizards. Beal and Miles out on the perimeter. Ryan is out there with Davis Bertans. And it's Wall in at the point guard position. And for Indiana, Sabonis and Turner up front. Oladipo is the 2 with Warren playing small forward. And it's Holiday in at the 1. Early on, players vying for larger roles and more minutes. And Doris, always interesting to see how all of that materializes.
Yeah, Kev, I think unless you have a veteran team who's maybe been in the playoffs and established themselves, there's nothing set in stone yet. Obviously, guys are looking to prove themselves from the very moment that ball is tipped up in the air. And who gets a rhythm early? Who starts off strong? Let's see.
I'm looking forward to it as well. And it's sent back by Turner. Holiday goes in, lays it up off the glass.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
You get the sense, Greg, there is a level of intensity right out of the gates.
Bryant, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
There is so much to love about this Pacers team. Each guy, I feel like, is committed to having their teammates back. Go back to when Oladipo went out last year. A variety of different guys step up. They almost captured the 4 seed. Incredible.
That free throw, no good. Well, I know the Pacers, Doris, felt pretty good going into the first round of the playoffs, but the Celtics turned on the switch in a big way.
Well, they sure did, and Boston obviously had so much talent, Kevin, but with Oladipo...
A new group in now for Indiana. T.J. Lee's checked in for Turner. McDermott comes in for Warren. Brogdon, he's checked in for Oladipo. And Chase subbed in for Aaron Holiday. The drive by Chase. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
All right, a chance to check out some stats for Brogdon. He had a strong showing last season. First in free throw shooting. And you look at his 3-point field goal percentage. How about top 10 in the league? He did not miss often.
And as you said, the league's best free throw shooter last season. What a tremendous asset, especially in clutch situations. And he jams it with authority.
And proving to be effective around the rim. Hachimura leaving no doubt about that one.
Shea drives in.
And you look at per minute production, and you can make a strong case that Domantas Sabonis at times has been underutilized. With consistent minutes, he can give you an efficient 20-10 every night.
And Sabonis drops them both.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
Wizards trail by 8. Smith feeling it out a bit inside. Rahimi's shot is good. And Sabonis having to spend some time at the power forward spot in today's game, Greg. He's pretty big for that position.
I mean, 6'11", 240. He's got leaner, done some yoga, worked on strengthening those hips, looking to stay mobile. And that ought to serve him whichever position he plays.
And right from the start, without my crew, what they, I'm a fool. All my niggas validate some loose. Everybody around me up. Your boyfriend, bro, say nothing new. Ain't no about spinning, and loose. Ain't no about spinning few rights and make that shit no more.
Indiana leading by 8.
Yeah, man, me is fashion, ain't it corner. I ain't never popped up birthday, how about you? Bro, I'm like Isaiah Thomas, stop me. I said
9 guard Isaiah Thomas wants to be taken seriously on the defensive end.
Brown wide open, he fired. From outside, off the mark. Indiana's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Shea, no good.
Boy, you can't buy a bucket. Shut out completely so far, and yet they're still ahead.
Brown the pass to Hachimura. Just 3 on the clock. Misses the layup. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Pacers out in front. They're up by 8. It's the NBA 2K Sports from Indianapolis. Growing up the youngest of 5 with 4 older sisters, John Wall said it taught him a lot.
And I ain't stepping in no club without my crew. All my niggas validate some
losing his father at a young age, but his mother, his aunts, Greg, his sisters, they protected him.
Helped him to get where he is now. We see it so often. A young man making it to the NBA is really a victory for the entire family.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And when you consider how the Pacers are doing, guys, what do you think?
Attacking.
It's up a 3. It doesn't go for him.
This nigga is 5'8".
And so it's Beal who brings the ball up for Washington. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That game is the first and last of their homestand. To the paint. Bonus, good. And Jay picking up the assist. 8 points for Sabonis.
Well, easy bucket there, right? Shea finding the wide open man. Great decision.
Outside, Beal. 1:14 left here in the second. Good. Beal's got the lead up to 3 now for the Wizards.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Like, this is Isaiah Thomas. Why am I not finishing over him?
You look at Bryant, 4th in the league and as consistent as they come.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
I'll tell you, this guy gathered a ton of endorsements before even entering the NBA. So in light of that, you love how well-grounded Shea is.
That one goes in. Beal's got 11 points in the quarter.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Shea drives in. Good work there as it goes.
Scoring off the dribble, opening up the rest of Shea's offensive game. Boy, if you're a defender, look out.
Gotta recognize the situation, trying to get a 2-for-1.
Well, this is where the play call is crucial, right? If you're in a 2-for-1, you've got to get the first shot quickly.
Brown. Outside for Beal. And it's off from three-point range. Indiana trailing here. McDermott dishes to Shea. Shoots a three. Bryant with the rebound. Bryant's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Beal. Kept alive.
And his coaches and teammates love that. They want Hachimura getting after it more on that offensive glass.
Now here's Shea with 1 on the clock. That shot off the mark. Bradley Beal, he's been the guy making things happen for the Washington Wizards. What a quarter that saw them generate a great comeback effort and are now out in front with momentum behind them. It's time now to go courtside as we...
Hey, Kevin, thanks a lot. John, how effective were you offensively?
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
What are you doing out there, Jay?
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested. Entirely new group in now for Indiana. TJ Leaves checked in for Sabonis. Jeremy Lamb comes in for Warren. Brogdon, he's checked in for Victor Oladipo. And Chase subbed in for Aaron Holiday. And
he made that, and I can't make a freaking leg on this
checked in for Bertanis. Brown comes in for C.J. Myers. Smith checked in for Beal. And Thomas subbed in for John Wall. So the Wizards 5 right now. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Ish Smith is out there with Isaiah Thomas. And it's Brown in at the small forward position. Of course, so interesting to watch 7-footers who almost never shot three-pointers make that now a featured part of their game.
Give some credit to the coaches who recognized the game was being revolutionized and that three-point shooting, regardless of position, would become integral to success. So a guy like Marc Gasol, who actually fought the idea of taking threes, Brook Lopez, Nikola Vucevic, all of them have become more integral to team success and more capable NBA players because they can shoot the basketball. It's beautiful.
It is. Evolving and adapting at that size has been something to watch. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players. They know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. Players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. Some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and his team is thinking. Kevin?
Point, David. Thank you. Bryant is doubled. Shot clock at 5. Thomas outside. It's hauled in by Leaf.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Brogdon kicks to Shea. Over Smith. And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Thomas deciding where to go with it. And the foul called on Shea. That is his first foul of the game. the Wizards. C.J. Miles comes in for Thomas Bryant. And John Wall subbed in for Hachimura. And a wide open look for Shea. And the Pacers can't get
wide open, nigga!
By 18.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Indiana.
Few times this season, turnovers have cost them, but they really kept the ball under control.
Bro, I'm missing wide open threes, bro.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Miles Turner.
Boy, I thought his best work was his pursuit of the basketball. He competed for every rebound, fought for position in the paint, and never stopped working. I love it.
We've got Murray. Shea is out there with Leaf. And it's Vitadze in at the 5 down low. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
Well, for Washington, D.C. basketball, they have one title to their name. The champs back in '78.
What a run that was for that team, led by the great Wes Unseld. But boy, in the 40 years since that title, my goodness, fans of this franchise have waited so patiently for that return to greatness. When will it come?
36 seconds left in the fourth. Smith with a wide open look. Misses the 3. Shea with it. Now Smith defending, and it's blocked. And here we go. Washington fast break. Miles against Murray. And here's Miles for 3. Smith. And there's the call on Joe. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Shea. Drops it in from the low post.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they...
This is Kevin Owen saying...
question is, I really like the game speed. And also, for the game of basketball is actually more about transitions now. You guys play transitional defense this year, so that's real big in the game.
What are your thoughts on 2K20 so far? The My Career seems extremely good, like the My Player Builder. Seems very nice. The badges. The badges is one thing that I've been looking at going, this is improved a lot.
What were your thoughts on the WNBA?
I feel like a lot of people actually might play it, because it's a lot of fun, yeah.
You can actually build your player exactly the way you want. Like when people say that, like it's really true. Like you can create your own attribute caps. It's crazy, man. Another feature that I like too, the draft, is now back into the game. So it's like it adds a little bit more incentive in playing those original, games to try to raise your draft stock. And you actually want to compete in the draft combine to try to get it drafted as high as you can.
You've gotten your hands on the game. What are your initial thoughts?
I mean, I'm just...
Yeah, I hate to see this, but it looks like Kawhi Leonard is going to miss a whole lot of time with his injury.
Oh, bummer, Hank.
Yeah. We all know what happened with Kawhi in San Antonio, and let's say the weirdness that developed over his leg injury there. So it's going to be interesting to see how Kawhi and his team navigate this new injury and how they work with the organization to address it.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend.
Well, guys, for all of the star power of Blake Griffin.
Yeah, and he has their confidence. David, thank you. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at the Pacers. They're in second, looking to take over the first spot. And checking out Detroit, a game and a half out.
Yeah, and seeing where the Pacers are, the step forward they've taken this season has been a giant one. I thought they'd be an improved team, but I had no idea they could be this good.
And you're not alone. How could anyone have predicted this? Nobody thought they'd be such serious contenders this deep into the season.
And now the opening lineup, Detroit.
On pick and rolls, that tandem can shoot the basketball and also make plays somewhat like a guard. But the biggest thing is if they can rebound and able to guard smaller guys, this will make them great.
Interesting. Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. T.J. Leaves checked in for Sabonis. Doug McDermott comes in for T.J. Warren. Brogdon, he's checked in for Victor Oladipo. And Jay's subbed in for Aaron Holiday. A chance here to get a quick injury report. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge for an update on Victor Oladipo. David.
Thanks, Kevin. I got some news from the Pacers head athletic trainer. He said that he suffered a nasty...
Oh my God! Give me the freaking ball, nigga!
It's really stiffened up on him. Well, this is definitely unlucky, and especially right at the start of the season. The adjustments will be plentiful going forward. Kevin?
David, thanks for the great update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sideline.
I know he'll fight back hard to get back on the floor. He wants to be out here with his teammates.
And for Detroit, they come in off a good outing against the New York Knicks.
Yeah, and in that game, you see how they built out this roster, acquiring role players who can step up when needed.
And a strong bench gives you the flexibility to bring someone in and exploit a certain matchup.
Oh, Turner in position.
And they're beginning to just flat out
because I need it
right now, especially on the interior.
Pistons leading by 7. McDermott with the double team, passes it to Wood. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Jackson looking around. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots it. Again, the Pistons score.
Playing at his tempo, his pace. He's been dialed in all night.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Shea with it. Jackson on him. Shot's good by Turner.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Detroit's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. And stolen by Jay. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
This is the tricky part. Having enough left in the tank to finish the job.
2 on the clock. He takes it up and lays it in. Che's got 8.
I really like Che's finishing ability on the break. He's money and he's deadly.
Reggie Jackson firing on all cylinders for Detroit. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more.
Watching previous guys who've led this.
And you know, Greg, with Blake Griffin, he's got somebody to take some of that leadership role alongside him.
And those two will be pivotal in deciding just how good this team can be.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, looking at what you've seen so far from the Pistons, what do you think?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
You can do everything else right, but if you fail to take care of the defensive glass, you're killing your chances.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And so in the game for the Pacers, we've got Jeremy Lamb. Turner is out there with Leaf. Then it's Shea. And it's Murray in at the 3 spot.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. The drive by Shea. And it's sent back by Drummond. Galloway, the pass to Drummond. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. 6 points for him.
It was contact there, but that's not enough to stop Andre Drummond.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. Well, Langston Galloway, not the most efficient scorer, but he'll eat minutes for you.
Yeah, Galloway not a player you want to make a ton of.
For Indiana, they have shot 5 of 8 from the foul line. That free throw good from Brogdon.
And a player who flew under the radar last year, Malcolm Brogdon. The Pacers wanted to add him over the summer. Got a hefty deal from Indiana to leave the Bucks. Exactly the kind of player that the Pacers need.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Reggie Jackson. How he performed last season. He put up about 15 points a game last season, 4 assists and 2 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Because he gives you someone to build your offense around. You can count on his nightly production.
That one is no good.
He wanted to get his team the lead, and even though he didn't, he should feel good. At least he tied it up.
And the defensive impact that Andre Drummond can have on the floor is a major factor.
Well, you know that Drummond is going to do the work of 3 players on the glass, but he's also been a solid rim protector who makes up for his height with great timing and reach.
Let's go down to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, in Blake Griffin, the Pistons have their biggest star in years, probably going back to their championship team of 2004. A return to all-star form for Blake meant tremendous individual numbers last season. The Pistons hadn't won a playoff game in more than a decade. Still not the result they want in 2019. Pistons will be trying to capitalize during Blake's prime. Kevin, we'll see where this franchise goes from here.
We sure will, David, but he's a terrific player. Thank you so much. Detroit's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. 6-second difference between shot and game plan. Wood kicks to Jackson. Shoots over Turner. Up again, and Drummond is right there. Now it's a 4-point Piston lead.
Multi-time NBA rebound leader. Might want to think about putting a body on Drummond.
Sinks that one from the post. And it's 13 points for Jay.
strong move at the rim. The defender was just a tad bit late in contesting.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Pistons lead by 2. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be... Second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last. Some changes here for the Pacers. Murray's checked in for Sabonis. Jeremy Lamb comes in for Oladipo. And Chase subbed in for Aaron Holiday. And then for Detroit, Wood, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Luke Kennard comes in for Doumbouya. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Rose. On the court for the Pistons, Griffin is out there with Wood, and there's Jackson, and it's Kennard in at the 3 spot. Now, Smitty, if you were playing today, who would you least like to see coming at you on a fast break?
I think in his prime, it would be LeBron James. Russell Westbrook is another guy I'd be kind of afraid of. I know it'd be a collision, but I say right now, it has to be Giannis because of the force and his jumping ability and the way he just glides to the rim.
Yeah, he'd be a nightmare. You're right. Shea passes to Turner. Back to Shea. And they double up Shea. Just 5 on the clock. Murray kicks to Shea. Off target with his 3. Enzo Galloway with it. He'll bring it up for Detroit. The pass to Jackson. Dishes it to Griffin. Back to Jackson. Floats one. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Griffin's got 6 assists now in the game.
You see Griffin keeping his eyes up, looking for a hole in that defense.
The drive by Shea. Rebounded by Jackson.
Behind me, bro. What the
Jackson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. To the wing right side. Here's Galloway. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Murray, the pass to Shea. They need this one. Doesn't go that time. And it's Detroit the other way. To the wing on the left. Here's Galloway. And the 3 ball is good. Galloway has got 10 points.
Very solid shot by Langston Galloway. Doing it at the pro level.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket. Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Outside Jackson. Pass to Griffin. Here's Galloway. And the 3 off target. Here's Warren, and it's Warren with the jam.
Staying open to what develops one of Che's biggest strengths as a playmaker.
That concludes the 3rd quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today is a big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to fire.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
Changing it up here.
2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
Explosiveness by Derrick Rose is one of the reasons why a lot of guys do not want to guard him. Huge shots. Tremendous job stepping up in a big way for them at the stripe.
Timeout called the Pacers. They're down by 3. 3 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And they need a 3 to tie. But look, they've got enough time here to find a good look. They can run a play off the inbounds, make sure they get it in the hands of their best shooter.
So it's the Pistons who come out on top here. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic...
Back injuries are rough business, and it looks like this one could be as
Let's fight. Come on. I'm sorry. Smoking though.
First thing I've noticed is you guys added a lot of animation. The dribbling system is quite different from last year's. The defense, the foot planning this is off the charts. You know? It's like when you reach, it's your fault. When you didn't read the defense right, it's your fault.
Central Florida, the city of Orlando.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight,